Like, share, subscribe. Live for Love TV.
Like, share, subscribe to Live for Love TV.
Hi, Kuya here. I'm watching Live for Love TV. Live for Love TV, very educative program. Please subscribe, like, and share. Bless up, Aya.
Welcome back to Live for Love TV. Today is the 27th day of the 10th month of the 23rd year inside the 21st century. Hope everyone's doing extremely well out there. So another eventful day gone by. A little bit exhausted, but you probably hear it in my voice. But anyway, as they say, the show must go on. The last video I came with was a video about illusion and delusion. I'm going to expand on the delusion today. And it's funny that less than 12 to 24 hours after making a video about illusion and delusion, that delusion shows itself so clearly that even a blind man can see it. Now there's a very distressing situation going on in the USA as we speak, in a place called Maine State, the state of Maine, where I believe at least 18 people have been murdered by a lone gunman. Now, that's distressing enough as it is. And the reason why I'm going to bring delusion into this is because one of the high up officials, government official or police official, I can't exactly remember, or mayor, one of these guys, came out in the middle of this thing and he started off by saying, and I'm paraphrasing, there's another tragic event that's happened in their country, America. People are going to want to know why, what happened, and how to stop it from happening again. But that can't be dealt with right now. Right now they're looking for the person, the perpetrator, to put an end to what's going on. That was what he said. And he said, this occasion, just like other occasions, it's almost impossible to fathom how this could happen in such a great, in the greatest country in the world. Now, I'll stop right there. For those who don't know what fathom means, it means to understand, comprehend. They cannot comprehend how this can happen in one of the greatest countries in the world. And that's what I said, at the height that's been spoken about is what I would call the height of delusion. And because he's at the top and nobody's going to check him on his delusion, it means that he's carrying millions of people into his delusionary world, and they go on and on and on every time. To say he cannot fathom how this could happen in the greatest country in the world, maybe if he wasn't so delusional, he'd realize first and foremost it's not the greatest country in the world. And in fact, this is the only country in the world where you should be able to comprehend this happening, because it happens all the time. I can't think of another country where a man will get sacked from his job and go back to that workplace the next day and try and kill everybody there. Or somebody will have a problem with a school teacher or being bullied in school, and will go and get a gun and try and kill everybody they can in that school. I don't know any country on the face of the earth where this happens once, twice, or as many times as it's happened in the United States of America. Yet this man, and Obama did the same thing when he talked about the exceptional USA. They keep saying this, and this is why I talked about delusion. Delusion is so apparent with all over the world, and especially in situations like this, that people go along with it, not realizing that they're being brought into the delusion. He should be checked. He should be stopped. He shouldn't be allowed to carry on when he makes such a statement as the greatest country in the world. If it's such a great country, why does this keep happening? And why is it the only country that this keeps happening in? Every few months this happens. I did a video many years ago, a year and a half ago, should I say, about the worst school atrocity ever since schools were about. And it was in the United States of America, and I believe, and I could be wrong, it could have been 1925. But you'd have to go back and search through the old archives to look through that and see if you can find that video. That video talked about an atrocity by a school governor who was stopped from being a school governor and decided to dynamite the whole school, blow it to pieces, killing more people than any school shooting has ever done. This is in the United States of America. And because they keep sweeping these things under the carpet every year and going on as if it's not happening on a constant basis, yearly, if not bi-monthly, they actually can tell themselves that they're living in the greatest country on earth. And I only speak about this because I want people to really understand how easy it is to be drawn into the delusion. There are lots of people in the United States of America right now who believe they're living in the greatest country on earth. It's not just this man. There are lots of people from all races, all creeds, all religions that believe the United States is the greatest country on earth. And so the delusion is widespread. Not just in America, as I said before, it's part of the human condition now. But for this to happen so soon after I made that video, and for him to make such a statement, I thought I had to draw attention to it. I really had to draw attention to it because it's so, I don't know if anybody can argue with it. I'd like anyone to argue with it. I can bring up multiple killings, mass killings, and usually by an individual who usually has a mental condition. Now, if you consider not everybody with a serious mental condition is a murderer or will go around killing mass amounts of people, yet so many of them have, then you can just imagine how many mental patients or individuals America has. Why are so many of your subjects subject to mental illness? Why are so many people on medications for some mental condition or what? Wouldn't that tell you that it's not the greatest country on earth? Why would a country produce so many mentally ill people? That's because the way the country is set up, the way the country is run, and what happens to so many people in that society, which is not spoken about, leads to people's psychiatric problems, that alone proves to me that it's far from the best country in the world. Now, I don't know what the best country or the greatest country in the world is. You can write on a postcard or put it down in the comments if you think you know. But there are very few countries that have these sort of killings. And considering that they're not at war, they're not in a situation where they have war and terrorism. Just regular citizens going out and murdering their own regular citizens on a constant basis. And it's usually just a little anger. Sometimes they get angry one day and they decide to kill their wife. And while they're killing their wife, they think, well, since I've killed my wife, I might as well kill as many people as I can. Amazing. Greatest country in the world. Anyway, that was just a quick update on my video of delusion and what delusion really looks like practically. I didn't give any practical examples when I spoke about it because I was just trying to bring it to your awareness about the world in which we live. But this is one practical example. You know many more than I do. And they're going to keep happening, and they happen everywhere. Maybe not in this way, but the delusion. People delude themselves in such an amazing way that because so many people are deluding themselves, it seems, and it becomes the norm, it seems as if there's nothing wrong with it, but it's still delusion. Anyway, take care. See you soon. Live for Love TV.
I want you to... Guys, this is Nikki. I want you to...
I'm going to start it.
No, but audition.
Oh, okay. All right.